Hello, how are you? How was your week? Did you do anything fun? Did you do anything for yourself? Hopefully, you did something for yourself this week. So, yeah, I accidentally passed out back there. All right. So, we've talked about a lot of what things that you can physically do to help prevent and work through burnout. Um, we're going to start talking about things, what you put in your body. So, yes, your diet and your diet can help, or your diet can have a lot to do with your burnout as well. So, there is so much to this that we're going to break it down through many videos. So, everybody is different, and your response to what you eat can be different than someone else's. So, I'm providing information and resources. You're going to have to figure out and take what works for you. Okay. So, how does your diet affect burnout? It provides or depletes essential nutrients. Your energy and blood sugar, so skipping meals or consuming refined carbs, can cause sugar drops, leading to fatigue and mood changes that worsens burnouts. Look, I know I say emergency medicine, like I know it can be like this in GP as well to some degree, except for the difference between, I would say, between GP and emergency medicine and even specialty medicine. So specialty and GP, to some degrees, you all can schedule in a lunch, schedule in a lunch where you can eat, whereas in emergency and critical care, they can't. They can't schedule it. They can't schedule in a lunchtime. They can't stop the emergencies coming in. They can't tell the patient that needs to be on a ventilator, hey, I need to go eat. Stay right. You need to be okay. Like, they can't do that. So as a GP and a specialist, you do have that privilege to be able to do that. Now, I do also know that veterinary medicine has gotten so busy for many different reasons. One, there's a shortage in veterinarians. Two, there's more people have adopted more animals, which is really good. They're being hyper-vigilant. They're bringing their animal in, doing what they should be doing or supposed to be doing, hopefully, for the most part. You can look at it that way. And so sometimes during the day where you would typically eat, I know sometimes you'll fit somebody in so you can see that animal, depending on the case and depending on what's going on. So I do know you have that as well. So I'm not trying to disregard anybody by no means. But as far as skipping meals and everything, like, I would suggest try to bring something with you that you can snack on. But a good snack. We'll get into all that later. But just in general, right now, try to bring something on that you can snack on. If you're a specialist, more so like a criticalist, or even your emergency doctors, typically you all have the same technicians that you work with on a rotation. If you have one you're close to, like, have them make sure that you're eating something. And I say that to technicians, same thing. Like, make sure you're eating something, but also the doctor that you're working for, make sure they're eating something. Because let's face it, if you're hungry, nobody wants to be around you, especially when you get hangry. Okay? And then you can't do what's best for the patient, and that's what we all want, is what's best for the patient, right? Because God forbid, nobody wants their little ones being worked on with somebody that's hangry and not functioning correctly because they haven't eaten. So anyways, just, if anything, at least have a snack that you can just stuff your face with in the meantime, all right? It also affects inflammation. So diet and high processed foods, refined grains, and unhealthy fats promotes inflammation, which is linked to an increased risk of burnout and depression. Processed foods, high processed foods, refined grain, and unhealthy fats. Remember, there's good fats and then there's unhealthy fats. Then you have gut-brain connection, which the gut-brain axis is a system of communication between the gut and the brain. Is significantly influenced by diet. A healthy diet supports a balanced gut microbiome, which can regulate mood and reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. It also affects your brain health. Your brain requires constant fuel from nutrition in your food. High quality foods with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants nourish the brain, while processed foods can damage it and increase stress and inflammation. That last sentence. Processed foods can damage it and increase stress and inflammation in your brain. Processed foods. Hormonal stress and response. It also affects your hormonal and stress response. Sorry, I read that completely different. The adrenals responsible for releasing stress hormones like cortisol can become depleted from chronic stress. Nutrition plays a vital role in maintaining adrenal health and replenishing energy stores needed to manage stress. Remember, nutrition plays a vital role in maintaining adrenal health and replenishing energy stores needed to manage stress. Now, remember, everybody is different and responds differently. So don't stress. Like I said, we're going to break everything down individually in hopes to help you understand the difference in wording, the labels, and offer better options in hopes to help you make the best decision for yourself. So I will be given, I'll give you like options that you can either, if they work for you, great. Maybe it'll plant a seed to create a better idea for you to be able to get these things into your system. Like I said, I know and understand how busy, hectic it can be. GP, specialty, emergency medicine, all of it. I know, I get it, I understand in a sense that, like I said, hopefully it will help you even think, oh, well, this wouldn't work for me, but I can do this. And so, again, you have to take from this what works best for you and what works best for you. Okay? So just because I say it doesn't mean this is the way it has to be. So you need to take what works for you and leave the rest. Okay? That's okay. And if you're already doing something that works for you, keep doing it. I'm not here to say that you're doing anything wrong. I'm here to either confirm that you're already doing it or to give you ideas as into what you can do to prevent that. Because maybe you're not doing it. Maybe you didn't know. So yes, that's what I'm here for. All right. So on top of that, if you need anything, you have to reach out to someone. You have the peer-to-peer Lifeboat with NOMV, Not One More Bet. You can also remember it's 72 hours the first time you reach out, and then I think after that it's within 24 hours they'll reach out to you. And then you have 988. You can call and text. And then you have 741 that you could text home to if you need someone to talk to immediately. I have now put in all of the descriptions of every videos links to those. So if you need those, you can just go in the description and click on the link. I also put in a link for NOMV, Not One More Vet. Just because this is Not One More Vet, they are there for students, they're there for technicians, assistants, anybody in the veterinary field, okay? So just because it just says vet in the name doesn't mean that you as a technician or you as an assistant cannot use it. You can. I also they have a page of different immediate resources. If you need to immediately speak to someone, you can click on that link and it gives the different resources as well. It also provides the 988 and the 741 in those resources too. So that's in there as well. I also added a new link. So the end quote I kind of say at the end, the remember what you do matters, actually came from this company. I thought it was amazing. They put it on the back of shirts. So I put the link to their website in there. So even if it's something that you want, or you can even learn about the story about where the quote came from. It's really cool. So that's in there as well. So yes, with that, I'm going to leave you with the poem. This is inspired by an old poem. I'm sorry, I just love this, and for the whole reason that I'm doing this, because it's the burnout, the emotional, everything you deal with at work emotionally. It's the bullying, all that you deal with at work kind of like is what builds up to cause people in your profession to decide they don't want to be here anymore on their own terms. And this poem, I feel like, helps remind you that you are needed. So that's why I like to read it. So, you may not know that the world needs you, but it does. For no one else can smile your smile, say your piece, shine your light. You are unique, and you alone can fill your place. If you were not here to shine your light, what would happen to the pilgrims passing by your empty place in the darkness without your light to help them on their way? You may not know that the world needs you, but it does. Remember, what you do matters, and the world is a better place with you in it. All right, till next week, go do something for yourself, all right? Have fun, have a positive experience, and we'll see you next week.